have been waiting for some more content. So today I wanted to make a video of how you can basically know if a guy likes you. Because I know I recently did a video on how to tell if a girl likes you, so I wanted to do the other side of this. And I actually have a list here, and maybe my boyfriend may have a little bit of tips for you guys too. But alright, number one is he shows interest. So a lot of times, like I said in the last video, how you know if anyone likes you is basically if they show how much interest they show you. If they're not giving you attention, you always have to beg for their time. Maybe you're always texting or calling them first, or you're going out your way a lot. Like it seems like you're always putting in the work. Then that doesn't really show that they really care or that they're really interested. But the first thing you want to see in the person is how much interest they're showing you. Number two is if they call you. For guys, for me, this is very important. If they call you, that means they really like you, because I feel like text messages are really easy for anybody these days. But if they go out their way to call you, I feel like they're making you a priority in their life. And they really want to get to know you, or they really care about you. Number three is that it kind of coincides with the last one, is that he cares for you. He asks how your day is, and he checks up on you. So if a guy is doing that, you can hopefully these are like common sense signs that a guy likes you, but sometimes you want that confirmation. So yeah, that's a definite answer of how to know if a guy likes you. Number four is that he's affectionate. So this is a difference between a good guy and a fuckboy, to be honest. Because in my past, I noticed that the guys who didn't care, they would rarely show affection, or they would be this hot and cold affectionate type. So never settle for a guy who's really hot and cold with his affection, like he's playing games with it, like you have to beg for his affection, or one minute he likes affection and the next minute he doesn't. Well, it's different if people need space and time to themselves, but if he's always like making it a game for you to chase his affection, that's a red flag. But if he's always affectionate, that means he wants you and that he really likes you. Number five is that goes hand in hand too. He wants your time and attention constantly. So like the problem is, a lot of girls, sometimes they don't want the guys who seem good or want their time and attention, because we're taught to always want the bad boy dynamic. But if you really want a guy who cares for you and treats you well, then he's always going to want to be around you and want your time and attention. Number six is he wants to be around you all the time, or at least a lot. Number seven is he cares about your feelings and doesn't write you off. So again, that kind of differentiates a fuckboy from a real man. It's like he basically doesn't treat you as if you're just there, like you're just you're just to be called upon when he wants you there. He really takes time to, like, if you're mad, he asks you what's wrong and like really cares to resolve issues with you. Number eight is he constantly tries to woo you. So for me, a good guy compared to guys who aren't really worth your time, he's gonna try to woo you from the start, and even when he gets you, he continues to woo you. So that's a sign that he really likes you. He takes interest in your interests. So basically, again, if a guy really cares for you, he's not gonna just always be about himself. He's gonna want to know like what you're into, your interests, and even want to take part in them. Number 10 is he accepts you for who you are. So anyone who really likes someone, they're gonna like mostly all aspects of you. Even if there's some things that they don't really like jive with all the time, they're gonna be more patient with you and understanding. So yeah, that's another sign. Anything, Dave?
Okay, well, I was kind of trying to wait for you to, get it out. But from my perspective, a big part of what you're saying is, like, the most important thing is where their attention lies.
Basically.
Like, if they really like you for you and they're actually looking for, like, a relationship, then their attention is really focused on, like, everything you're saying. It's not like they're just one-minded, like, they're just trying to, get some.
Yeah, so even with that being said, babe, how do you know that a guy isn't there just to get some compared to a guy who really likes you?
Well, you can kind of tell by just the way they respond to you when you talk about other stuff. Like if it's not all the time, like, you know, pickup lines and bullshit like that, and they're really trying to take interest in who you are and stuff that doesn't have to do with anything sexually, then they're trying to get to know you for who you are. And it's not like, you know, they're not just trying to, I guess, get in your pants because they want to know about your mind. Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
where their interest lies, I guess.
Basically.
You know?
Okay, so what's the difference? Because I actually wanted to talk about this before too. It's like, what's the difference? Let's say you get with a guy, your boyfriend and girlfriend, and you guys like have sex every night. How can you differentiate whether you're just a lustful relationship compared to like a meaningful one? Or is there a thin line between like all of that? Is that too deep for a road trip ride right now?
I don't know. You kind of put me on the spot on this one. I guess you know, it's really natural when you're in a relationship with somebody, even like from the get-go, to just be, you know, to have sex all the time. I guess because it's new and it's exciting.
Yeah.
So that's not really like a sign like, oh, they're just here as a fuckboy. That's actually a sign that they're really in it for the long haul. Because if they were just there as a fuckboy, they would be, you know, like satisfied after the first couple times, and then they'd try to move on.
Okay.
Try to get someone else, you know.
Okay. Okay, so the calling part. I know a lot of girls have a problem with guys who don't call them, because I'm this type of person. Should you give a guy the benefit of the doubt if he doesn't call you often like he said how you feel he's supposed to?
From my perspective, I think it depends on the guy you're with. Like there are different types of guys, just like there are different types of girls. You know,
Okay.
there are people who are more passive than others. Like if you've got a guy who's really nervous about showing you his affection, or like he doesn't want you to think he's stupid or anything like that, he may try to play
he's
it
shy
off.
too.
Or maybe he's shy. Maybe he's just trying to play it off like, you know, like he cares, but he doesn't want to be overly caring because he doesn't want to overwhelm you. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. I think a lot of women, they want to know if a guy likes him, but I feel like if they find out a guy likes them, like they don't always go for that guy. I guess I understand the if you're not attracted to them and stuff like that. But what if he's attractive and everything, and then they're just turned off by the good boy dynamic or something? Like, what would you tell them? Like, is it selfish for them to kind of ask for that then, or like?
Well, shit, I don't know. I think if you're looking for like a good man who's trying to be in a relationship with you, then part of that is them being like, you know, a good guy.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, you can't be expecting the player to be your husband. You know.
Yeah,
So
basically.
you're trying to play the game.
I think people get that mixed up because I think honestly I think women should. I think women should reevaluate what they really want, because I think they say one thing one time and then they really mean another.
Yeah, just
like
be honest with yourself.
of
because
what you want right now in your life.
If you're looking just to get with the players, that's cool. That's not like, you don't have to be ashamed of that, but be honest with yourself about
Basically.
Don't be like, all the men are trying to just get in my pants, and then when you've got someone who isn't, be like, oh well, the hell with that person.
Yeah,
you know?
basically. And honestly, you have to be ready for the real thing. For me, sometimes I feel like you just have to be ready, or when that time comes, it comes. Because there was a time in my life where like he's saying, I was honest with myself. I was like, well, shit, maybe it's just a time of experimentation and just dating around, and maybe like when that person comes, that comes.
Yeah,
kind of mentality.
Which is completely cool. That is completely fine. There's a stigma in our society that like women can't be out there, you know, just to be out there, just to, you know, to get laid, which it's fine. That's completely and utterly okay. You don't have to be ashamed about that shit, you know?
But yeah, you guys. So that's our little insight of how to know if a guy likes you. If you guys have more questions on these dating subjects or like things like this, feel free to comment below. If you want more of our perspective as a couple.
If you're sick of listening to my voice, let us know. I'll shut up sometimes.
But yeah, you guys, hope you're enjoying your day. But yeah, be dope, be you unapologetically.